Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
In a small, bustling town, there was a factory that made toys. It was one of the busiest factories in the area, with workers arriving every morning to the sound of machines humming and gears turning. The factory owner, Mr. Thomas, was proud of his business, but he often ignored the growing piles of waste around the factory. Plastic scraps, broken parts, and packaging materials were thrown into a nearby field, creating a mountain of trash. At the edge of town lived a young girl named Mia. She was curious, thoughtful, and always dreamed of making the world a better place. Every day, Mia walked past the factory on her way to school and noticed the growing piles of waste. She felt sad. The once beautiful field was now covered in garbage, and the air around the area smelled bad. "This has to change," Mia said to herself. But how? She was just a schoolgirl, and the factory was so big. Mia's idea. One evening, as Mia sat on her bed reading about recycling and protecting the environment, an idea popped into her head. "If I can't clean the field alone, maybe I can make people understand why this is important," she thought. The next morning, Mia went to her teacher, Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green was kind and always supported her students' ideas. "Mrs. Green, I want to do something to stop the waste near the factory. Can I share my idea with the class?" Mia asked. Mrs. Green smiled. "Of course, Mia. This is a great way to teach everyone about the environment. You can share your idea tomorrow during our morning assembly." Mia's speech. The next day, Mia stood in front of the entire school. She was nervous, but she took a deep breath and started speaking. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Mia, and today I want to talk about something very important: our environment. Every day, we walk past the factory and see piles of trash growing bigger and bigger. This trash is hurting our town, our air, and even animals who live nearby. But we can change this. If we work together, we can make our town clean and beautiful again. We can recycle, reduce waste, and teach others to do the same. Will you help me?" The students and teachers clapped loudly. Many students came up to Mia after her speech and said, "We want to help. What can we do?" The town meeting. Mia's message quickly spread across the town. Soon, adults began noticing the problem too. The mayor, Mr. Evans, decided to hold a town meeting to discuss the issue. At the meeting, Mia stood up again. This time, she spoke to the adults. "Our town is beautiful," Mia began. "But the waste from the factory is ruining it. We have to change the way we do things. Recycling is one solution. We can also ask the factory to reduce the waste it creates. If everyone helps, we can make a big difference." Many people agreed with Mia, but some were unsure. "What can one person do?" a man in the crowd asked. "The factory is so big, and we are just a small town." Mia replied, "Even small changes matter. If each of us does something, together we can make a big impact." Convincing Mr. Thomas. The biggest challenge was convincing Mr. Thomas, the factory owner, to change his ways. He was a kind man, but very focused on running his business. He didn't realize how much harm the waste was causing. One afternoon, Mia and her friends decided to visit Mr. Thomas. They knocked on his office door, and when he opened it, Mia said, "Mr. Thomas, we need to talk about the waste outside your factory." Mr. Thomas looked surprised. "What about it?" he asked. "It's harming the environment," Mia explained. "We need to find ways to reduce it and recycle the materials. If you help us, we can make the town cleaner and even inspire other businesses to do the same." Mr. Thomas scratched his head. "But changing the way the factory works will cost money," he said. Mia replied, "It might cost a little now, but in the long run, it will help everyone. You can even sell recycled materials and show the world that your factory cares about the planet." Mr. Thomas thought for a moment and said, "Let me think about it." The cleanup day. While waiting for Mr. Thomas's decision, Mia and her friends organized a cleanup day. They invited everyone in the town to help. On a bright Saturday morning, people of all ages came together with gloves, bags, and tools. Children picked up plastic bottles and cans, while adults carried larger items like broken furniture. Even Mrs. Green and the mayor joined in. By the end of the day, the field looked much cleaner, and everyone felt proud of their hard work. Mia thanked everyone for helping. "This is just the beginning," she said. "We need to keep working to make sure the field stays clean." Mr. Thomas's decision. A week later, Mr. Thomas called Mia to the factory. "I've been thinking about what you said," he told her. "You're right. We need to change." Mr. Thomas announced a new recycling program at the factory. Workers would now separate waste into different bins: plastic, paper, and metal for recycling. The factory would also use materials more wisely to create less waste. To everyone's surprise, Mr. Thomas even agreed to plant trees around the factory to make the area greener. A better future. Over the next few months, the town changed for the better. The field near the factory became a small park where children could play. People in the town started recycling at home, and the factory became an example for other businesses. Mia felt proud of what they had achieved together. She realized that one person's voice could make a big difference when others joined in. Moral of the story. The story of Mia and her town teaches us that change is possible when we work together. Even small actions like speaking up or picking up trash can lead to big improvements. We have to change, not just for ourselves, but for the future of our planet. Every effort counts, and together, we can create a cleaner, greener, and better world. This story encourages readers to take responsibility for their environment and shows how teamwork and determination can bring positive change. It's written in simple English, making it perfect for learners to improve listening and speaking skills. Books learn English through stories. We have to change, improve listening and speaking skills. Globe showing Europe, Africa. Join us for an inspiring story about a young girl named Mia, who teaches her town the importance of protecting the environment and working together for a better future. In this heartfelt tale, you'll discover how small actions can lead to big changes when people unite for a common cause. This story is designed to help you learn English naturally through engaging storytelling. Improve your listening and speaking skills by following the simple language, clear pronunciation, and relatable dialogue. Perfect for beginners, intermediate learners, and anyone who loves learning English through meaningful stories. What you'll learn in this video. Glowing Star New English Vocabulary and Phrases. Glowing Star Listening Comprehension Practice with Simple Storytelling. Glowing Star How to Express Ideas about Change and Teamwork in English. Why learn English through stories? White heavy checkmark stories are a fun and effective way to improve language skills. White heavy checkmark, they help you understand sentence structure, grammar, and pronunciation naturally. White heavy checkmark, you'll learn how to express emotions, describe events, and share ideas in English. How to use this video. Small blue diamond. Step 1. Listen to the story carefully and try to follow along with the words. Small blue diamond. Step 2. Repeat key sentences aloud to improve your speaking skills. Small blue diamond. Step 3. Think about the story's message and practice discussing it in English with a friend or classmate. Glowing Star Learning English can be fun and meaningful. Watch, learn, and get inspired by Mia's journey to create positive change in her community. Thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more English stories and lessons.
Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into Englishstorywell, where every story is a step towards mastering English.